Wind. Hey everyone, ahoy Liddy. Today, hopefully the day that I'm posting this, is my birthday. So I wanted to share with you guys 20 lessons that I've learned in my 20s. I don't want to post my actual age on the internet just because I am a lady. This video is inspired by Jana Marble's 30 lessons I've learned in 30 years or something like that. And I'm nowhere close to being 30 years old, but I thought that I've learned a few good lessons along the way that might be fun to share. By no means am I saying that I'm an expert on any of these things. I'm not trying to be preachy. I just learned some really cool, valuable lessons and I want to share it with you. Social media does not equal reality. Don't compare yourself to the images on anybody's social media pages like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, because people are always posting the highlights of their life. They're never posting the things that are actually really difficult. It's easy to compare yourself to these highlights and think that you're inadequate somehow, and that's totally a lie. These people are often not what they appear to be online, so it's just not really fair to compare yourself to them. And on the same note, don't get validation from social media or through the likes on social media. The thing that matters the most isn't the number of likes that you have on your social media, it's the number of people around you that really love you. Also, side note, I have a list here in case you see me looking at a piece of paper. There's a famous quote that says comparison is a thief of joy, and I really believe in that. I think if you're comparing yourself to anyone, whether it be social media like I was talking about earlier, or just a person that you see on the street, it's only going to distract you from improving yourself. If you're spending time comparing yourself and your life to anyone else's life, you're wasting that time that you could be improving your own. So I'm trying very hard. I obviously struggle with it too. The only person that I compare myself with is who I was yesterday, and to make sure that I'm better than her. And honestly, that's where the most improvement has been. A guy who drives a pickup truck with boosted wheels is almost always compensating for something and is always an asshole. I'm so sorry if you're that guy, but true. Start a conversation first. Most people are relieved that you've started it and they're really not judging you as much as you think they are. What you focus on grows. Whatever you focus on grows, whether it be good or bad, so you only want to focus on the good things in your life if you want more of that in your life. Be conscious of what you put your attention to. Life is short. I realized this through my diabetes diagnosis a few years ago and through some near-death experiences that I had as well. Life is a lot shorter than we think. So there's really no reason that you should be doing something or feel stuck doing something that makes you unhappy. Like, this is your one shot. This is your one shot at life. So go for it and be your absolute best. The mind-body connection is real. Your thoughts affect your body and your body affects your thoughts. So you want to make sure your thoughts are positive and your actions are empowered if you really want to improve yourself. No one knows what they're doing. We're all figuring it out as we go. I think a lot of people think that they're not ready or they don't know enough, but nobody is ever ready. Every person, even if you're imperfect exactly as you are right now, you still have good value to contribute to the world and you should still contribute it. Be kind to everybody. The way that you treat others is always going to come back to you. And honestly, from a logical level, the world is really small. Like, it's just smart to be kind to other people. There is no shame in cutting off toxic people, and honestly, I think it's a necessity, and that's one that I've definitely had to learn. Toxic people can literally drain all of the energy that you have towards achieving what you're supposed to achieve within your life. My freshman year of college, we had to read an article about toxic people and how to identify them. Okay, so I just want to read this article, and hopefully you guys get something out of it too. It's not necessarily true that the same person will be toxic or nourishing in every relationship, but a combination of any two people can produce toxic or nourishing consequences, and it's up to you to decide whether the person that you're around is producing toxic or nourishing consequence. And the test to try this is whenever you spend time with someone, either you have a drink or you go to dinner, whatever it is that you do, it doesn't really matter. At the end of that time, observe whether you're more energized or less energized, whether you were tired or whether you were exhilarated. If you are more tired, then you have been poisoned. If you have more energy, then you have been nourished. Always bring hand sanitizer to concerts, especially outdoor concerts, and especially when there's only porta potties, because it's disgusting. Okay, so this one is for the ladies and for the girls that watch this. Thank you guys so much. I think it's really important to speak on how we should be treating ourselves, because I know women tend to be harder on ourselves than men do. You are not an accessory. You are not an accessory to a man. You are not an accessory to a friend. Like, you have innate value in who you are. Your job is not to cater to the needs of a man or to anyone else. It's to cater to your own needs and to fulfill yourself and to find people who appreciate who you are and your value. I've had guys tell me that my value is only in how I look or how I dress or the image I portray or what I contribute to that, and that's disgusting, honestly. I think the media and people like Kylie Jenner have a tendency to promote an image of sexy being revealing yourself, and I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think you have to be overtly sexual to be sexy. You should always be yourself and be around people that appreciate you for your innate value. In the end, time will almost always give you an answer if you have the patience to wait for it. So this is another cheesy quote. So from the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower, there was a quote that said, "We accept the love we think we deserve." It's really cheesy, it's on every Pinterest board, but I think there's a lot of truth to it. And I realize that we always are gonna accept treatment from people that is better than how we treat ourselves. So if you treat yourself like shit, you're gonna get people that treat you like shit in your life. If you want people and the way they treat you to improve and the love that you receive, you have to start giving more love to yourself. The wind is blowing like crazy right now. Some of these are really deep. I'm sorry if this is getting super deep. This is just like all of the first stuff that came to my head. I think everybody should take time to think about what they would regret the most at the end of their life. A little morbid, but hear me out. So the reason I moved to LA was because I was living in New York City at the time, and it would have been the smartest decision to just keep living in New York City where my friends were, where potential jobs were, where my life was established. But I had this thought in the back of my head that said, if I don't move to LA, I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life. And here I am. But I think it is really important to listen to yourself and to listen to what you would regret at the end of your life, because ultimately those are the things that are most important to you. You can always ask yourself a what if question. What if I did this? Like right now, my questions, I guess, for this channel are, what if I quit doing this YouTube channel because I'm worried about what others think of me? How would I think of myself if I did that? How would I think of myself if I left this beautiful audience that's watching these videos? But also on the flip side, what if I committed to this channel? What if I start adding more value to the world? What if I contribute everything that I do know and connecting more with you and being bilingual in the Czech language and connecting with multiple audiences through this platform that is such a gift? I think if you really think about the regrets and you think about what's really important to you, you can learn a lot. Progress equals happiness. Meditation is really powerful and really underrated. A person's character is determined by how they treat those that can do nothing for them, which I believe is another quote, but very, very true. Another one I want to add, this is just off the paper. You are responsible for the course that your life takes. I think if you want to find an excuse for why you won't do something, you can always find an excuse. But at the end of the day, the way your life ends up is how you control it. You are in the driver's seat of your own life, and everything that's in your life now, for the most part, is because of your actions that you did or didn't take. If you want a better life, control it. Own it. Traveling and exploring other cultures is super, super beneficial. I think traveling and exploring other cultures really expands your mind and it expands your ideas and beliefs, because you're surrounded by experiences and beliefs that you never would have experienced otherwise. I think it really helps you clarify what you actually believe yourself. The wind is literally blowing my hair in front of my face. I think if you have the opportunity, everybody should live outside of their country at least once, or at least travel outside of their country just so you can see and experience different cultures. And that's obviously transition into the reason why I'm so interested in the Czech culture, besides it being my own roots. It's so great to experience another culture and to connect with another culture that my family is from, and to learn that language, and it's super cool to connect with you guys. I've learned so much in the past 6 months. Which is a perfect transition for the announcement for my channel. I am going to be going to Prague next month, you guys. I'm so excited because I haven't been since I was a little girl, and this is going to be my first time as an adult experiencing the Czech culture and the city and the country. Like, I'm going to be old enough to actually appreciate it, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be traveling outside of Prague too, so any recommendations that you guys have, I would really appreciate. Comment down below, what are your favorite places in Prague to go, and what are your favorite places in Czech to go? And I'll read through the comments and see which ones I can visit myself. And I'll also film them, and I'll hopefully have some real Czech adventures for you guys that I can show on here. I'm super, super excited. I'm really grateful all the time. I think if there was a bonus lesson that I could put on here, it would be gratitude is one of the most healing things. I think you can always, choose to focus on what isn't going right, but you can also choose to focus on what is. What I can definitely say I'm grateful for now is this community of you all that has been so welcoming and loving to me learning the Czech language and the Czech culture, and just connecting with you all again. It's been so, so rewarding, so thank you for that. I'm grateful for so many things in my life and so many more that are going to be coming. And don't worry, I think my next video should be a Czech video. I know you guys all really want to see that too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super, super stoked. If you are too, give this a like, give this a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.